Hey everybody, this is Jay Anderson again, and I'd like to talk to you today about titling. My very first book, At What Cost, I did not title that. I actually received that idea from a former student of mine after I was talking to her about the story. When I actually thanked her about it, she didn't even remember that she had given me that title. For my second book, which is actually called The Breeding Tree, I originally titled that Unviables, and I loved that title. It was perfect. The children who are bred in test tubes were actually called the Unviables if they weren't up to the Institute standards. So I loved that title, but my publisher thought that we should come up with something different. So I brought it to my writers group and we came up with The Breeding Tree. And that's actually because a friend of mine said, you know, they kind of breed humans like you would breed cattle, with just kind of a lack of humanity, I guess. And when you breed cattle, you attach them to a post, and that's actually called the breeding tree. So that's where the title of the breeding tree comes from. For the next book in that series, it's currently titled Rift. I think it works, but I'm not totally in love with it. It works because there's a huge rift between the two communities, and there's also a rift between some of the characters. So, like, as far as theme goes, that title works, but it just doesn't quite grab me. So I'm kind of brainstorming some other ideas on that, but we'll see what happens for that. The book that I'm currently working on has had several titles. I'm actually looking at them on my computer right now. It started out as Confessions of a Teenage Wallflower. And I liked that idea. And it started out like it was at school, and there was a girl who kind of was like in the background, and she observed everybody else but didn't like realize her own problems. That's kind of the whole theme of it. But as the story progressed, it just isn't, that's not where the story has gone. It's not even in school anymore. So I nixed that title, and I went on to retitle it Double Vision, thinking that we kind of see within ourselves what we also see out to other characters. That didn't really last very long, and it changed to Dear Daughter, which comes from the messages that the main character receives from her mom. My concern about that was, would a teen actually pick up something like that? I don't know. So I was brainstorming, and I had like a whole bunch of different ones. Always and Forever, Remembering is the Hardest Part, In the Recesses of the Mind. They were all contenders, but I don't know, they just didn't really strike me either. But now I think I figured it out. It's going to be called The Ugliest Part of Me. And I'm not actually going to tell you why until the story is finished. So you'll have to guess. So my question for you is, how do you decide a title for whatever it is that you're working on? Do you take a theme that kind of goes throughout the entire story? Or does it just hit you? I'm up for options because apparently I'm the world's worst titler. Until next time, have a good day.